So today I kind of just wanted to talk about who I personally think is the best YouTube rapper. Now obviously there are a lot of contenders for this position, but I'm only going to be going over 3 which I think are in the top 3. I'm going to be going over Quadeca, I'm going to be going over KSI, and I'm going to be going over Dax. Those are who I believe are the top 3 YouTube rappers currently. Firstly, KSI. KSI, I think, was one of the first YouTubers to start rapping. He started rapping in around early 2015, and ever since then, he has grown to a scale which is massive. He's making songs with Anne Marie. He's making songs with Polo G. He's making songs with Youngblood. He's making songs with everyone and everything. He has grown to a scale where he's not even almost in the YouTube rap scene anymore, and he's basically become mainstream. The only reason I still included him in the YouTube rap scene is because he still is technically a YouTuber, but he's basically on the very thin line between being a YouTube rapper and a mainstream rapper. Although he is a YouTube rapper, he has incredible diversity in the songs that he can make. His most recent song, Patience, featuring Youngblood and Polo G, is a song in which he sings. His latest song before that, which was Don't Play, he rapped in. He has a lot of diversity, and he's very versatile when it comes to what he can do on a track, and that really brings a lot of positive energy into how his fans interact with him and how he can gain an audience. And I can really appreciate that about him, because a lot of people stick to the same kind of thing, and then after a while it gets boring, and so their fans leave them. But KSI has found a way to essentially cheat the system by expanding his reach into different areas so that he can more easily gain off of that, and so he can more easily reach a wider audience and not the people who just knew him from the beginning for the one kind of rap that he did. So that's really what I admire about his style, and I think that's why he definitely deserves to be on this list. The next one we have is Dax. Now Dax has been rapping for 4 years, but he hasn't really gained much attention except for the past 3 years. He's been pretty popular starting around 2018. He makes songs that some people would consider fake woke, others would consider to be real. Now, I kind of sit in both camps because I believe he has made songs where there are actual genuine messages, and I believe he has made songs where he's just trying to appeal to kind of the woke thing. Overall, Dax has a sort of energy that is hard to match when it comes to the YouTube rap scene, because not only does he make songs that deliver powerful messages, he also uses those messages to influence how he runs his daily life and how he talks to his fans and how every part of his essentially rap life is lived until he makes the next song. He's so committed to every single song and every single piece of work that he produces, and he's such a perfectionist that every time he drops something, you know it's most likely going to be incredible. And that's why he has such a loyal fan base that sticks to him no matter what. And I think this is really, really important, because if you really want to stand out in the YouTube rap scene, you have to have a very, very devoted fan base, because there are many, many rappers right now who have lots of fans, but they're not very devoted, and they put out lackluster things, and they aren't really doing very well. And I think Dax is basically the polar opposite of that, because he can manage to gain followers, make them really, really devoted, and keep them in for as long as he can before eventually they decide to move on, if they decide to move on. And that rarely happens because of how much popularity he has. So that's why I think he's truly an incredible artist and why he deserves to be on this list. And finally, we have Quadeca. And I put him at this spot in the list for a reason. I think Quadeca is the best YouTube rapper, and let me explain why. I think he has basically combined elements from both Dax and KSI, as well as his own unique style. KSI has a lot of versatility when it comes to songs, so does Quadeca, and I believe that Quadeca does it a little bit better because he's been working on it for so long. Dax has a lot of songs that intrigue his fans and pull them in and make them incredibly devoted. Quadeca has not dropped an album in 2 years, and yet his monthly listeners on Spotify are growing, and so are his subscribers on YouTube, and so are his followers on Instagram. That is what I would call devotion. Additionally, Quadeca has a style in which he can make any kind of song and still make it good, because that's how talented he is. I believe he is the most talented rapper in the YouTube scene, and there's many reasons for this that are evident as soon as you look at his YouTube channel, look at his Spotify, look at his Instagram, look at his SoundCloud. anywhere he drops music, it's gonna be good. And because he puts so much time into it and so much effort and so many hours sitting in the studio, sitting and making music, he produces the best quality stuff, and it's on par with a mainstream rapper. And I truly think he's going to blow up after From Me to You is released. Because from the 3 songs that we've heard off of From Me to You, they have been absolutely incredible. And they are honestly on par with some of the best mainstream artists in our rap industry, and some would even argue better. Because he is such a perfectionist that he will not release anything until it is perfect. And that is why I believe Quadeca is the best YouTube rapper. So let me know in the comments whether you agree or disagree. Who would you put in your top 3? Who do you think is number 1? Let me know in the comments. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.